Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Friday, January 13th, 2017. I'm Fredicia Liebert. Now for the news in detail.
My charge to you then is for each one of you to discharge your duties with ethics, dignity, and integrity, always upholding the values of the police force.
Jennifer Hodge was the featured speaker at the New Year celebration service of the Nevis Division of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. Hodge called on the officers to inspire trust and loyalty not only from their fellow officers but also from the community.
You must act with utmost professionalism. Serve the community with all the pride you can muster, and demonstrate your commitment to the law enforcement profession by living out the tenets of the Golden Rule. Listen to the residents. Get to know them better. And it will surprise you how much you learn by simply listening. Sometimes information you've been looking for clues for maybe a crime. And no matter how you look, all the techniques you have employed, you cannot find it, but you listen, and the information just drops in your lap. Take time to listen. Not listen to respond, but listen to hear what the residents are saying. Show more respect. You must draw the line of demarcation, yet you must allow the citizens. You must be approachable. Be more visible.
She admonished the police to communicate more with the public.
In the absence of information, people form their own conclusions, and too often the conclusions are wrong. And so I would want to publicly again commend you, the police. Maintaining popular support of the majority of citizens within your jurisdiction is the responsibility of every police officer through teamwork, and the whole police force will look good, and of course the country.
Jennifer Hodge speaking at the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force New Year service. As part of the process of rehabilitating residents of Her Majesty's Prison, Superintendent of Prisons Junie Hodge says he is seeking to implement a number of programs. Hodge, while speaking with the SKN Vibes, explained that the plans include academic advancement as well as a transformation in the residents' mindsets. He explained that although the law states that individuals at the prison are to be referred to as prisoners or inmates, he has made the decision to refer to them as residents to change their mindset so that they can begin to think about rehabilitation and reintegration into society. The superintendent said since the unofficial name change took place, he is seeing change in the residents. He said one of the things he's hoping to do with the help of the government is to have a job attachment program, as there are residents who are highly qualified academically and skill-wise. The attachment program would also allow the residents to learn a skill or discipline at an institution with the hope that when they are reintegrated into society, they would be gainfully employed. Years ago, life skills and academic programs were implemented which led to the residents' successful writing of regional exams. As expressed by Superintendent Hodge, he is hoping to take that to the next level. He said he has already made contact with the Registrar of the University of the West Indies to find out if some of the residents can be a part of the university's online program. Executive Director of the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, Nicole Liebert, encouraged the Alexander Hamilton Scholarship awardees for 2017 to set attainable goals.
As you set goals and ideals for yourself, remember this creates the journey for the remainder of your secondary education. You must start this process by understanding and appreciating what a sound educational foundation is and how valuable this tool will be for your life, livelihood, and future decisions. As you strive for excellence, I admonish you not to let it be just in your academic pursuits. It must be in your home lives, It must be in the relationships you build with your parents, your siblings, the peers at your school, and the community at large around you.
Liebert, who delivered brief remarks at the annual Alexander Hamilton Scholarship Funds Awards ceremony, also outlined to the awardees 3 guidelines for success.
I encourage you to have goals about what you want to achieve during your time in secondary school, what subjects you think you want to take, and how you will best use these subjects to benefit your future career goals. I also say don't be afraid to work hard. Never be content and accept less than your best. The mere fact that you are part of such a long-established scholarship fund speaks volumes for your potential. Be determined. I tell you and I encourage you that through determination to excel and to achieve, you can overcome any obstacle.
Guest speakers of the ceremony were Anika Ferguson and Orion Stapleton, 2 of the Federation's most outstanding students in the 2016 CAPE and CSEC exams. The award ceremony was held in celebration of the 260th anniversary of Alexander Hamilton's birthday. Still to come.
The people who come in who we diagnose with prostate cancer are the ones that have not been examined, who have never come into the screening.
The details after this break.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.
Welcome back.
What we're seeing more and more, the people who come in who we diagnose with prostate cancer are the ones that have not been examined, who have never come into the screening. And over the last couple of years, we have seen very many patients. One guy I know for sure never showed up, and then he shows up with late-stage prostate cancer, and he said to me, I said, you know, we've been doing this for 10 years. What happened? He said, oh, I was working every Saturday, and this is where it is. So a lot of the men who, what we see more is people who have not been screened coming in with the late-stage prostate cancer.
Urologist Dr. Dwayne Thwaites speaking about the prostate health screening, which will take place on Saturday at the Occasions Entertainment Center at Pinny's industrial site. According to statistics, each year there's a huge increase in the turnout at the screenings.
We've been doing this for 10 years, and so people are accustomed to us. And it's a good service. It's a very well-oiled machine. Actually, I forget to mention 21st Century Oncology Group out of the U.S. They're also a big sponsor for us. And last year, 2 years in a row now, they've come to Nevis, and they're just amazed at how efficient the screening process is. We've been able to turn this into something very well-oiled machine over the last 10 years. And I'm very proud of what we have done. And we've learned how to make this easier for most men as we go along. And also the examination is very quick and easy for most. As I say, it takes about 3 seconds to do a digital rectal examination.
The 10th annual free prostate screening offered by Urology Associates will take place tomorrow, Saturday, January 14th at the Occasions Entertainment Center. Registration will begin at 6 a.m. Principal Education Officer Paul Zilikin says the Department of Education is happy to collaborate with the Nevis Disaster Management Department as it implements its multi-hazard campaign. Each primary school has adopted a hazard and will be featured each month in print and electronic media, the goal of which is to build a resilient nation through risk reduction initiatives. The campaign, which supports the School Safety Initiative, is being spearheaded by Jacob Gumba, Kiana Williams, and Shannon Morton of the Nevis Disaster Management Department.
During summer last year, while everyone was out enjoying their summer vacation, Mr. Gumba was knocking on my doors in my office with his plan, with the ideas and the suggestions that he had for raising the awareness of disaster. Mr. Gumba presented it with such excitement and such passion and commitment that I could do no less but take Mr. Gumba's plan that he was talking about and say, Mr. Gumba, come and present it to us, the principles at the beginning, at our first meeting for the new school year, 2016. And Mr. Gumba did just that. And I am pleased, and I do want to thank the principals for the support that they gave Mr. Gumba in bringing this 12-month project to fruition.
Wilkins spoke to the positive impact the project could have.
Mr. Gumba really convinced me, Mrs. Wilkin, this can happen. And I said to myself, what better way of doing it through our children so that our parents could see their children on television, hear them on the radio, talking about disaster. They will lend an ear. And so I am very pleased, very happy that we were able to collaborate in such a way to bring this off.
Meantime, the University of Virginia is also partnering with the Nevis Disaster Management Department to implement the multi-hazard campaign.
University of Virginia considers this partnership to be one of our most important ones. For the past 9 years, we have been bringing students and faculty to St. Kitts and Nevis to learn together, to study together, and to address the health and the safety of the population, both here and the U.S. I think I counted about 200 University of Virginia students have been here over those 9 years, and at least a dozen faculty members. And our work together has made a lasting impression on these students. Some of the students come back here to do some research, and at least 3 students from this current group are making plans at the moment to come back. So for many of us, the work here and the people here are love at first sight. And so we are excited to continue a long partnership together.
Wendy Kahn of the University of Virginia. The Nevis Disaster Management Department commenced its 12-month multi-hazard campaign with an earthquake drill on Thursday, January 12th at the Charlestown Primary School. The Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School will be featured in the month of February, promoting tsunami readiness. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Felicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.